Hey everyone, and welcome back to the ATD Movie Channel on YouTube. I'm Tony, and today I'll be reviewing The Murder on the Orient Express, the film directed by the great Kenneth Branagh. Let's jump right into it. Let me take a minute and share with you some aspects of the film that I really enjoyed. The film has one of the best and most versatile casts I've ever seen. The director, Kenneth Branagh, stars in the film alongside Judi Dench, Johnny Depp, Penelope Cruz, Willem Dafoe, Josh Gad, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Daisy Ridley. That's an incredible cast of people used in the film. I don't have a lot of time to talk about each of the actors and their roles, so let me just give you some of the highlights. Branagh is the star of the film, no doubt. He has the most screen time, and his character has simply the best character arc of any of the others. Branagh plays the detective aboard the train who has to solve the crime and figure out who the murderer is. Branagh owns the role, believe me. The character is methodical, he's precise, and he's borderline obsessive-compulsive. But there's a cool, calm composure to him that's undeniable. And with Branagh in almost every single scene, his character gives the audience the impression that everything is under control as long as he's around. The character is obviously brilliant, and we see that in the very first scene of the movie. And he's also really charming and funny. In fact, Branagh's character is really the only one given much of anything to do in the way of humor. If the movie is a commercial success, it'll be because Branagh carried the film on his back and made it his own. Michelle Pfeiffer, Willem Dafoe, and Daisy Ridley also give what I consider to be standout performances. Pfeiffer plays a widow aboard the train, sort of looking for love. The strength of her performance comes by way of the character's vulnerabilities. Willem Dafoe plays a character who is much more than he appears to be on the surface, and I'll leave it at that. And Daisy Ridley's character may not be as innocent as she looks to be either. And the way that the movie navigates through revealing the different character traits without giving away too much is pretty clever. They keep us engaged, to say the least. And what I also liked about the film was all the technical stuff. The cinematography is beautiful. All the snow and the mountainsides while we're aboard the train, it's absolutely gorgeous. Every frame of the film could be a poster on a billboard. Lighting is used effectively to maintain intrigue surrounding certain characters and various scenes that they're in. The music was on point too. In my opinion, it added an element of mystery that it really needed in this movie. Production design on the train sold me on the fact that this was 1934. The costumes and the makeup gave each character the distinct look necessary for me to keep up with all of them. Now, let me tell you about a few things that I didn't enjoy. I had a really hard time with the story. I don't think it can be considered a bad story, but one that may have been too complex for film. Murder on the Orient Express is based on the book by the same name. It was written by Agatha Christie in 1934. And I can see how having 250 plus pages to flesh out a story as complex as this worked in the book, but with the movie at just under 2 hours, I'm sure the writer had a difficult time cutting certain aspects of the book out of the movie. And then I wondered to myself, what if anything could have been cut out of the film? And I'm not sure anything could have been. I know, I'm always complaining about the length of modern day films, but this story is different. There's 12 different suspects aboard this train. And I'm not sure how the filmmakers could have done it any more effectively, but the 12 suspects were barely interrogated. And when Branagh is interrogating one character, he hears something that could be a possible clue, only to run across the train, quickly interrogate another suspect, and then run back across the train. And that goes on for a huge chunk of the second act. Look, this had to be a major challenge for the writers, and I get that, but the way that the film was made, there's simply not enough time to tell an in-depth story such as this one. And my single biggest complaint about the movie is the ending. I have to be careful in my wording so I don't spoil anything, so let me put it this way. You know how there's a movie based on solving a crime, and at the end of the film you can't wait to rewatch it so you can pick up on any clues that may have been relayed? Yeah, that doesn't happen here. The crime is solved in a series of flashbacks that have little to nothing to do with the interrogations throughout the movie. It's one of the most dissatisfying endings to a murder mystery film I can think of in recent memory. And not only that, it uses a retcon within the 2-hour runtime that negates so many conversations had earlier in the film. So if someone were to ask me if this is a good movie, I'd have to say no. I would say that Kenneth Branagh's performance is excellent, and his direction in the film is top-notch. but it's not enough to justify going to the movies to see so many great actors and actresses do nothing. So, have you seen Murder on the Orient Express yet? And what did you think of the film's ending? Did you read the book? Did it make for a better story than the movie? Let me know in the comments below. Give me a like if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to be notified of content uploaded regularly. You can find other movie reviews on the channel as well. Thanks for watching my review for Murder on the Orient Express. I'll talk to you soon.